BRB Network TV with Brian Herzog.
We're back again with Mr. Gregory Spann, the Director of the Small Business Development Center at Southern University. And now we're going to get into some of the main ideas in terms of how this center can help businesses to grow and to prosper. Greg, tell us a little bit about some of the success stories that you've had in terms of the Small Business Development Center. Can you talk a little bit about how someone has come to you more or less and how you've actually had an impact in terms of them developing their business?
Okay, Dean, thanks. One of the more critical things that we want to do is once we help a client to either start or expand their business, we want this business to get some free publicity as a result. So once we do that, we'll come out to that client's business, we'll do a photo op, and then we will proceed to do a write-up on that business, which will then be put together in a news release, which will be distributed to legislators, stakeholders, or any other person that the business owner want to receive some free publicity. So this is a way to really show other clients how we've helped the client and how they can get some notoriety for the work that they do. I also want to mention, going back to some of the challenges that small businesses face, one of the prevailing thoughts is that people who are in business, many times I hear them say, I just need more money. But if you don't really understand your business from a financial management standpoint, it's just going to take you a little longer to blow that money. So the greatest services that we provide is to help that client really analyze their business so they can make good, sound financial decisions to try to minimize making arbitrary business decisions. So we want to help that client look at, if they're going to incur a cost, how will the firm benefit as a result? And so this is what we do for clients. The other thing I want to mention is that when a client comes to our office, our first step is to really do an assessment of that client's business to see what research they've done, their understanding of the market, because oftentimes when a person launches a business, unless they're offering something that's technologically new, what they're doing is offering starting a business where somebody is already doing it already. So there's nothing really new, and so in order to be competitive, you have to offer what you're doing in a more improved way, and so it requires a great deal of good management skills in order to do that.
Well, let me ask you this question. What type businesses can you assist? I mean, is there any particular type industry or business I have to be in order to utilize your services? If I'm a barbershop, or if I'm a technology business, or if I'm a trucking business, what type business do I have to be?
Primarily, we work with for-profit businesses, meaning that this is a business where their goal is to make a profit. We can provide limited services to nonprofit organizations, but with respect to for-profit businesses, it sort of runs the gamut. However, I must say we have seen many persons who are interested in the trucking business. We work with construction-related businesses, but there's no limit. Regardless of the type of business you're interested in, as I mentioned, we can sit down with you and offer some good fundamental advice from a step-by-step approach to make you more comfortable with the process, but also to challenge you, because in going into business, it's really a 24/7 proposition. You have to think about your business because the competition is always lurking and trying to outdo you.
Well, let me ask you one question, Greg. I mean, it seems to me that people who go through your training, who utilize your services, is there any real benefit in terms of being able to access capital? Are there any banks or lending institutions that will look at these individuals that have been a part of your program in terms of how they can assist them with capital or financial assistance? Is there any win-win in that type operation in terms of going through the training process?
Absolutely, because when you go to a bank for a small business loan, the bank assumes that you know the products or services that you're offering. They're more concerned about, do you understand your financial statements? If you have credit sales, are you the kind of person that will invoice promptly? The banker wants to know, are you going to generate enough cash flow to be able to repay the loan? So through our individual consulting as well as through our training, we offer a myriad of training to help the client be better from a financial standpoint, which in essence will make them a more bankable client. Because once they visit with the banker, once the bankers see that they understand what the bank is going to require in order to provide financing, then it will be a win-win for both parties.
Are there any SBA approval type processes that your services will help in terms of loan guarantees or anything of that nature?
Yes, our program is funded, as I mentioned, primarily by SBA, so we're well versed on the different SBA loan programs. The SBA loan program serves primarily more as a guarantee on the loan. The loan actually comes from the commercial bank, and if there is any uncertainty or if this business appears to be a little risky, SBA may be willing to step in to provide the guarantee in order to make the banker more comfortable with that process. We also have a situation where many small businesses need what we call a micro loan. They may just need $5,000 or they may need $10,000. And so we have loan programs that are available for this type of client. And so as I mentioned earlier, our first step is to really sit down with that client to get a better understanding of the business that they're in and to see which loan program would be most feasible for them to pursue.
Okay, so let me ask you this question then also. How big a loan guarantees or funding opportunities has your center been able to secure for some of the individuals or to assist them in terms of bank financing? I mean, what size loan packages, arrangements have you helped to participate in?
We've helped clients from a loan as small as $5,000 to well over $200,000.
Okay.
And so we actually have the ability to provide loan packaging, which will cut down on the time that the bank needs to really work and underwrite that particular loan.
So do you have relationships with some of the banks in the Baton Rouge area?
Certainly, and we're trying to, as we speak, improve the relationships. We're trying to target more banks to let them know our capabilities to work with small businesses, because I know lending institutions do not have the time to sit down with the client and provide a lot of hand-holding. That's where our job is, to help the client, to make them more bankable, to help the client understand what the lender is going to require. So therefore, when the client actually meet with the lender, then it helps to improve the whole process.
So you're saying as a result of going through the Small Business Development Center, you make these individuals or help these individuals to be more prepared, more ready, more sometimes what people call being a bankable client. Could I say that?
You can say that unequivocally. Our program is nationally accredited. The staff who provide consulting services, we're continuously going through professional development to learn the new trends and best business practices that are available. And so we have a great deal of sensitivity working with clients from different backgrounds. And sometimes clients may be intimidated because they're sitting down with the client, but please don't feel that way. Our job is, we're here to help you. Your taxpayer dollars are paying for this. And so we will make you feel very comfortable. We take you as you are. And so based upon the assessment, we're going to provide you with needed services.
I want you to hold that thought, Greg. We're going to take a break right now, and we're going to come back, and we're going to get a little bit more into some of these success stories and how we can get access to capital and how we can get access to training that will make you a better business as a result of being a part of the Small Business Development Center in terms of taking advantage of these programs. Okay, we're going to go back to Brian now.
Thank you, Dean. Keep it locked. We'll be back with more info in just a moment.